Hi everybody, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's just Chris with a quick thoughts video really on the news or what we've just seen. Newcastle United have been defeated 2-0 by Manchester United in the Carabao Cup final. Absolutely devastated, absolutely gutted for the lads really, just and certainly all the fans who travelled down. A lot of the Evermore crew went down there. Shout out to PK, Audi, Simon Lee, Dan, all the guys were down there and were part of that massive fan base that supported the club tremendously well. The flags waving, war flags in attendance, the hope, the expectation that this might be the year, after not being back at Wembley since 1999, ironically, against the same team where we were beaten from the same scoreline. So it's just devastating, really. Obviously, I didn't go, watched it at home. Absolutely, I don't know what the right word is really for it. Just pissed off, I think, is probably the best way to phrase it. We were massively in the game. I think we controlled the game possession-wise, played some really good stuff. Bruno looks sharp. Joe Little looks sharp. We had the ball. We used the ball quite well in terms of possession and build-up play. But again, just lacking that finishing edge up front. Callum Wilson, poor, really poor. Love Eddie, but I think you got this one wrong with the striker. I think Isaac should have started. I think there's something isn't right with Wilson. I've said this for months. I think one thing that springs to mind was the brilliant pass by Longstaff across the face of the goal. Wilson's on his heels. I don't think I really saw him do anything in their box, with the exception of maybe Foul Martinez, who's a little shithouse, by the way, but probably shithouse we'd like to play for us. We were just poor up top. I think we lacked the quality. A lot of stuff fell on Bruno's shoulders. Miggy was a bit headless today. Maxi was great in parts, frustrating in others, but I think in the main he played really well. I mean, Manchester United had to take off Darlow, obviously when he got a yellow card, because Maxi would have had him red carded, there's no doubt about that. He had him on toast. I think the disappointing part for me, I think, just quickly on this reaction video before me and Mark get stuck into what's going on tomorrow night, is it was a bit copy and paste from the Liverpool game. You're bossing a game against what you would call the traditional top four, and we seem to go to sleep twice and we're 2-0 down. That's the difference between, I think, being there like we are this season and staying there consecutively like those teams have been there. It's that bit of quality when you need it. Manchester United took the chances that were given to them. The first one, for me, he's offside, I think. I watched the replay. He looks offside. If a striker's offside by his shoulder, then surely Casemiro's off by his arm. Me and Mark will look at that in a bit more detail on Monday, but I think he's offside for me. Poor free kick, really, a bit soft, but bad marking. Again, we didn't deal with it well. The second one, again, we seem to fall asleep. Rashford's through. Deflection off Botman. Felt a bit sorry for Karius. I thought he actually did all right. Had a decent game for a keeper who was cold for years coming into this game. Slight criticism maybe is he doesn't get his hand up quick enough, but it's rusty. He's not played in these kind of games for a long time, so you can't be too hard on him on that one. But we're 2-0 down, and I think Carragher said it on the commentary on Sky that Newcastle just didn't look like they were ever going to get back into that game, and I think that's a large reason to do with the fact we're pretty toothless up top. I mean, Isaac, come on, he makes the difference. He's busy, he's quick, he's finding pockets of space, but they had 2 or 3 men on him, and the defended really, really well, did Manchester United. This Manchester United team, I hate to say it, is very well organised, very well drilled, got some really big players, Casemiro, Martinez, huge players, frees up Fernandes to get on the ball and make things happen. Rashford's in the form of his life. So I think they did do quite well. In terms of our lads, Burn at left back again is a concern for me. Didn't do anything particularly wrong. I thought when Anthony was taking a piss, he should have went through him. I think Big Joe come and sorted out and actually had a go at him for not doing that. So that was disappointing. I think Trippier set pieces very poor, haven't been very good for some time really. That's a big concern. That needs to be looked at as well. But very one-dimensional as well. Everything goes down that right-hand side. Nothing really from the left, excuse me. And I think not having a natural left back there is a reason for that. But we'll get stuck in this, I'm sure, on Monday and possibly even a bit of Wednesday when we do the Evermore podcast. But yeah, gutted really. Just again, it's always the bridesmaid, never the bride, sadly, for Newcastle. And, you know, we're definitely on the way up. There's no doubt about that. I'm not too deflated. I think we will be back in positions like this. I think we will come back. We will be back in finals. We will get to this level again, and hopefully when we come back we'll have those extra 2 or 3 quality players that can get us over the line in these games, because if we had those players today, I think we could have got back into this game and we could have possibly took this away from Manchester United. But a lot of pressure was on Bruno's shoulders. I thought he was excellent, especially being called to a game of that magnitude. He was great on the ball, putting the tackles in. He was everywhere. We almost need 2 Brunos really, but I think we do need some more quality in the team. Certainly needs some more clinical edge up front. I think something's definitely not right with Wilson. And hopefully we can address that in the summer. But this is Chris, just with a quick reaction video, guys. Safe travels to everybody who went down to Wembley. You're an absolute bunch of legends. Amazing. Trafalgar Square and everything. Well done. What a weekend. Just a shame the result couldn't match the support. So let's keep supporting that Team McCoy United. Tune into what's going on with me and Mark tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and we'll get stuck right into the nuts and guts of this. So let's keep supporting that Team McCoy United. Gutted today, but we will be back, and we're back in the Premier League soon. Let's hope we can try and get that top 4 position all sewn up. Catch you later, everyone. Have a great night.